Today we're going to be drawing an astronaut. I thought it was appropriate for Earth Day because the astronauts went up into space and gave us our first pictures of the Earth as a whole. So this comes from Art Projects for Kids. It is a lesson that was designed by Kathy Barbro. And this is what our art project today is going to look like. So if you want to go to the website yourself to look at Kathy Barbro's instructions, it's artprojectsforkids.org/draw-astronaut/. So to start drawing our astronaut, you need a piece of white paper. And we're going to start off by drawing an oval. Under that oval, you're going to make two things that look like C's facing each other and a line that connects them. And then make a big capital U underneath that line. Then for the arms, we're going to make these squiggly lines. They kind of look to me like those crinkle cut French fries. And we're going to do some for the legs too. And now we have the start of our astronaut. So now we're going to add some details. I'm going to put these little C's on either side of the head to make the helmet. And then to make the visor for the helmet, I'm going to make two long skinny C's and then connect them with lines. Now I'm going to make the astronaut's gloves by drawing a line connecting the two squiggly lines, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers on the other hand. And now I'm going to make him some feet by drawing a line and connecting an oval. And her astronaut had a little badge, so I'm going to draw a star for my badge, for my astronaut. But you can make any badge that you want for your astronaut. Now I'm going to start on the rocket ship. I'm going to draw a line to show the bottom of the rocket ship. And then I'm going to draw a long curvy line and another one on the exact opposite side. So it looks a little bit like a leaf. Now I'm going to draw two C's to make the band at the top of the rocket and two C's at the bottom to show the band at the bottom of the rocket. To make the window for the rocket, I'm going to draw two circles, one small circle inside of a larger circle. And now to make my rocket's fins, I'm going to draw a leaning triangle on one side, and then I'm going to line up on the other side another leaning triangle. It's not a perfect triangle because its sides are a little curved, but I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom to show the fins at the bottom, and see how I'm using my pen to go across without drawing a line so that I can line them up together. And now I'm going to draw some fire and exhaust coming out the bottom of my rocket. So now I'm going to draw two circles to be planets, and it's okay if they're not perfect. The shapes of the planets themselves aren't actually perfect circles. So now I want the planet that is in the upper right hand corner to be Earth. So I'm going to draw some land, and the rest is going to be water. And I'm going to make this one of our ringed planets. I'm going to make this one into Saturn. And now I'm going to draw some stars. Stars are really just a bunch of triangles holding hands without their bases drawn in. So you draw a triangle, you give it some legs, and then you make those legs into other triangles until they connect. Just like that. But you can draw stars however you want. They don't have to look the same. Okay, so now I have my astronaut out in space. I look forward to seeing what you draw. I'm not going to color mine in because I want kids to get creative with their own colors, but that's how you draw an astronaut out in space. So I mentioned at the beginning of this video that today is Earth Day, and that's why I wanted to draw a picture of an astronaut. This actually is the first picture of the Earth from space. It was taken by rocket scientists. They captured these first images on October 24th, 1946. So that was a very long time ago. Probably the most famous image, I think, of the Earth from space is going to be this one from 1972 from the Apollo 17 mission. It's called the Blue Marble, and it's probably the most widely recognized picture of the Earth from space. It doesn't even look real, but you can see here, this is the outline of the continent of Africa right here. So this is a picture of the Earth from space that was taken in 1972. You can look up other pictures of the Earth, but you've got to be careful about the source. So I just searched for pictures of the Earth, and I even put in that I wanted only real pictures. But when I look here, I know some of these pictures are not real. Like right down here, this is from a website that says Science Insanity. I know that the Earth does not look like this, but they're claiming that this is a real picture. If I went on their website and I read a little bit, I would discover that they're claiming that this is real. So you've got to go with sources that really know something about space and about science. So these are images from nasa.gov, and that means that they are official NASA images, and I can click through to that website, okay, and I'll see that they have all sorts of images of the Earth, and some of them I notice they don't look very real, but when I click on it, it explains either that it was taken with a special type of camera, or it explains that it's a computer generated image. So it's not the real thing, but it's based on data that they've gotten. So if you're looking for other images of the Earth, make sure you go to a good source like NASA. Don't believe everything, though, that you look up on the internet, because sometimes people put things up on the internet either to be silly or maybe sometimes just because they're wrong about something and they don't understand they're wrong. You have to do your own research, and you have to always look for a verified and believable source.